As a baby, he's just such a happy little soul, tons of energy.
What are you doing in there?
Nothing.
Really affectionate, always looking for cuddles.
He was into everything. He was just so intelligent.
Leo Barber was a teenager with his entire life in front of him when he died in November 2023. In his final months, he'd spent time on a suicide website. Last summer, the Online Safety Act was introduced, making these sites illegal in the UK. As lawmakers yet again wrestle with the threat online content poses to young people, families and campaigners say not enough is being done.
He first started talking about suicide in year 5
into year 6.
in primary school.
A late autism diagnosis made it more difficult for him to find the right support. But while his parents struggled to get him help in the real world, Leo was searching for answers online.
It just got worse and worse. He was isolating more and more and more, falling behind in his studies, which was really stressing him out. And he just started the self-harming.
Leo got through his GCSEs, and after working with a psychiatrist and being prescribed antidepressants, it seemed as if his mental health had improved.
I took him back to Northern Ireland with me and we went for a big walk up in the mountains, and I said to him that you've been through a really tough time, you know, we're really proud of you. And
Yeah.
But sadly, things took a turn for the worse. After repeated contact with the Child and Adolescent Mental Health Service, he was sent to A&E with the promise of help.
He then started quite severely cutting himself. And then CAMHS basically said, yes, he needs to go to A&E. Are you willing to go to A&E, Leo? And he said, yes, I'm willing to go. I'm willing to go. We waited 8 hours. At 1 o'clock in the morning, they asked him to strip down to his pants, to check where he cut himself all over his body. He knew from that moment onwards he was not going to get the help from CAMHS. And I think at that point, he gave up.
So let's go to 28th of November 2023. When did you discover that Leo was missing at that point?
When we got up in the morning,
yeah, so
went in and he wasn't in his bed.
you know, he had a 12-foot drop to navigate. The neighbour's CCTV had footage of him climbing over the wall, and then just a little look back to the house, and then off he went.
3 months after Leo died, his dad, Chris, found some of his son's logins, including one for a suicide website where users shared advice on how to die.
I just wanted to know if he was being manipulated online, and somebody had contributed to his death.
Chris was horrified to find out more about one of the people who interacted with Leo. In their late 40s, they were a prolific user of the platform, posting daily.
So there's a post here, how can I order without my parents knowing? And then the response is, how old are you? Just say you need it for a project. So yeah, I mean, that's just disgusting. It's a child asking that question, and you know, this person is, you know, there's just no empathy there at all. It's complete ghoul. Another post, if it holds, it will hold. That's how I would check the strength. A real encyclopedia of suicide, this guy. I don't know how many deaths or suicide attempts that would have led to.
The site promotes itself as a platform for suicidal people to connect with each other. But this user has been active here for almost 3 years and has said many times that they're not suicidal themselves. We're not showing you the user's contributions for safety reasons, but they've posted over 13,200 times in 3 years, and they've offered specific guidance or advice on different suicide methods in 536 forums. Now, under the Online Safety Act, none of this should be visible from the UK, but the website actively promotes a loophole specifically for British users.
As it stands, Ofcom, the regulator, has been asleep at the wheel when it comes to the risks posed by this forum. Does that mean that the Act is not fit for purpose? No, it doesn't. It means that the regulator needs to start enforcing it. If they can't address these most appalling harms with the urgency and the attention that Leo and so many other lost lives warrant, then what hope do we have for any other harm that we see online?
Can you shed any light on the motivation of someone who acts in this way on this kind of forum?
This forum was created by individuals who've also set up one of the largest incel forums. This is driven by sadistic motivations.
But the tech giants have questions to answer, which are a matter of life or death. In a Prevention of Future Deaths report, the coroner demanded Google provide details on the content Leo had viewed in the months before his death. Google declined.
As grieving parents, what would you say to Google?
How it's devastated our lives, how we live with the trauma every day, how we're so very sad that he doesn't get to do all the things.
The industry regulator Ofcom, which ordered the site to be blocked in the UK, told us that their investigation into the platform was ongoing.
We share the urgency felt about the harms that sites such as this can cause. Ofcom does not have the power to close down a website globally. We have put the site on notice in relation to breaches of the Act, and if our concerns are not addressed, we are prepared to use all of the powers available to us.
Google told us,
the circumstances relating to Leo Barber's death are tragic, and our sincerest thoughts are with his family. We understand our responsibility to keep users safe and work to ensure we provide resources and information directing users in distress to services which can help them.
You know, I just think that you know, ultimately I failed my son. I didn't keep him safe. I'm not sure. Why didn't he just ring me and say, Dad, I'm struggling, just come and get me?
But no child should feel that suicide is their only option. And this is happening more and more and more and more. Things need to change.